Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus leaves for a two-day visit to Thailand tomorrow to attend 6th BIMSTEC Summit. Talks between Chief Advisor and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and bilateral meetings with different heads of state to be held during summit. At least 10, including women and children, killed in an accident between bus and microbus in Lohagara on Chattogram-Cox's Bazar highway. Festive vibes of Eid persist on the third day of Eid-ul-Fitr, people passing time exploring different forms of entertainment. No traffic jam and whistle in the capital, citizens roaming around with ease and comfort. Law enforcers are vigilant. No room for rise of extremism after interim government took over power, says Home Advisor. Israel expands ground assault on Gaza, more 57 Palestinians killed today. Number of journalists killed in Gaza war higher than the First and Second World War. And in Hamilton, New Zealand beat Pakistan by 84 runs in second ODI. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to News at 10. This is Faria Dilshad Mou with you. You have heard the highlights, now on to the details. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus will leave for Thailand tomorrow on a two-day visit to attend the 6th BIMSTEC Summit. The heads of state and government of the BIMSTEC member states will provide guidance on improving the living standard of the people of the BIMSTEC region, as well as building the region as a more developed, sustainable and peaceful socio-economically. On the first day of his visit to Thailand, the Chief Advisor will present the keynote paper at the BIMSTEC Young Generation Forum, where the future meets. There is a possibility of signing an agreement on a maritime transport cooperation among the BIMSTEC member states during the summit. Chief Advisor's High Representative Dr. Khalilur Rahman briefed reporters at the Foreign Service Academy in the capital today. He said the Chief Advisor will hold bilateral meetings with heads of state and government of different countries on the sidelines of the BIMSTEC Summit. Talks between Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be held at the summit. Dr. Khalilur Rahman said Bangladesh will take over the chairmanship of BIMSTEC on the last day of the summit.
মাননীয় প্রধান উপদেষ্টা প্রফেসর ডক্টর মোহাম্মদ ইউনুস ষষ্ঠ বিমস্টেক সম্মেলনে যোগদানের জন্য ব্যাংককে যাচ্ছেন। সম্মেলনে অংশগ্রহণ ছাড়াও তিনি বেশ অন্যান্য কয়েকটি অনুষ্ঠানে অংশগ্রহণ করবেন, যার মধ্যে রয়েছে বিমস্টেক ইয়াং জেনারেশনস ফোরাম, যে অনুষ্ঠানে উনি কিনোট স্পিকার হিসাবে আমন্ত্রিত হয়েছেন। বিমস্টেক ব্যাংকক ভিশন 2030 এই কৌশলপত্রটি এইবার সম্মেলনে গৃহীত হবে। এর মূল এইম হচ্ছে টু বিল্ড এ প্রসপারাস, রেজিলিয়েন্ট অ্যান্ড ওপেন বিমস্টেক। প্রায়োরিটি এরিয়াস হচ্ছে অর্থনৈতিক প্রবৃদ্ধি, দারিদ্র নিরসন, crisis prevention, environmental sustainability, inclusive regional cooperation through strengthened connectivity, trade, disaster response এবং climate actions. এছাড়াও রয়েছে পিপল টু পিপল কোঅপারেশন। বিমস্টেকের দিক নির্দেশনার জন্য একটা এমিনেন্ট পার্সনস গ্রুপ তৈরি করা হয়েছিল। তার রিপোর্টটি এই সম্মেলনে অ্যাডপ্টেড হবে। আগামী চেয়ারম্যানশিপ অফ বিমস্টেক থাইল্যান্ডের প্রধানমন্ত্রীর হাত থেকে অর্পিত হবে আমাদের মাননীয় প্রধান উপদেষ্টার হাতে। বিমস্টেকের পরিচালনার একটা প্রধান ভূমিকা এই সময় থেকে বাংলাদেশ পালন করে আসবে। এই সম্মেলনকালে মাননীয় প্রধান উপদেষ্টা বিমস্টেকের বিভিন্ন সরকারের প্রধানদের সঙ্গে দ্বিপাক্ষিক বৈঠক করবেন। আমরা এই বৈঠকের জন্য অনুরোধ করেছি সরকারিভাবে। আমরা আমাদের আশা করার সঙ্গত কারণ আছে, বৈঠকটি হওয়ার যথেষ্ট সম্ভাবনা রয়েছে। এছাড়াও উনি দুটি এগ্রিমেন্ট এবং MOU সাইনিংয়ের সময় উপস্থিত থাকবেন।
Chief Advisor's Press Secretary Shafiqul Alam and Deputy Press Secretary Azad Muzumdar were present on the occasion. At least 10 people were killed and 2 others injured in a head-on collision between a passenger bus and a microbus on the Chattogram-Cox's Bazar highway in Lohagara Upazila of Chattogram this morning. Police said all the deceased, 5 female, 4 male and 1 child were the passengers of the microbus. Sources said that 7 persons died on the spot while 3 others succumbed to their injuries at Chattogram Medical College Hospital. Police sources said the accident occurred around 7 a.m. in the Jangalia area of the Chonti highway section when a relaxed Poribahun bus collided with a Cox's Bazar bound microbus. The deceased and injured are all relatives and were going to Cox's Bazar from Kushtia to enjoy Eid vacation. The bus driver fled following the accident while police seized the vehicle. On the third day of Eid-ul-Fitr, a festive mood prevails across the country, including the capital, Dhaka. The long holiday of Eid-ul-Fitr is going on, so everyone, including family, is spending time with relatives and friends, acquaintances. Children and teenagers are running to various entertainment centers, including children's parks, zoos. Tourist centers across the country are overflowing with crowds during Eid holidays. This is the first time that the employees are enjoying a 9-day long holiday on Eid-ul-Fitr. As a result, a new dimension has been added to this year's Eid celebration. During this long holiday, everyone can roam around as they wish. The capital streets are now largely empty as most the city residents left Dhaka for village homes to celebrate Eid-ul-Fitr with dear ones. As a result, traveling from one place to another in the capital takes much less time than usual. There is no excessive horn of vehicles and the usual crowds. In this peaceful Dhaka, many people are enjoying outings with their families in a relaxed mood. However, public transport drivers claimed that their income has declined due to the reduced number of passengers. The law enforcement agencies are on duty to ensure the safety of visitors in empty Dhaka. The amusement centers in the capital were overcrowded with people centering the Eid. The city residents were rejoicing with their family members, including children, at various pleasure centers, including Children's Park and Air Force Museum. On the third day of the Eid, visitors thronged the capital's amusement centers. Shamoli Children's Park added more color to the visitors' pleasure. Amusement lovers, along with family members and friends, came here to move around. Accompanying the parents, tiny tots also came here and enjoyed various rides. Many have gathered at Ramna Park to enjoy the fresh air and open surroundings. Besides, the Air Force Museum at Agargaon Military Museum at Bijay Sharoni was also buzzing with visitors on the occasion of Eid. The Eid mood is prevailing all over the country. Everyone, along with family members, are rejoicing the Eid-ul-Fitr on the third day of the Eid. Many people have visited the amusement centers of the capital. Some people have chosen Hathijil as the city's amusement hub. Amusement seekers said that they preferred such environment to get a touch of nature and to provide enjoyment to the children. Hathijil has become one of the favorite destinations of the recreation seekers due to its greenery, comfortable sitting arrangement and facility for waterboat cruise. The Eid joy of the children added multiple pleasures centering Hathijil facilities. Known as lungs of the capital, the Hathijil has already become very popular as amusement spot. The capital residents were always in search of opportunity to get a bit of relief amidst their busy life. Like every year, there was no exception this year too. Also today, the Hatijil was buzzing with the amusement seekers. Some were seen gossiping on the bank of the Jil, while others were taking photos. Besides, others were just strolling on the bank of the Hatijil to get fresh air. While most people are spending Eid holidays visiting entertainment centers with their families, many are celebrating Eid from a hospital bed. On the other hand, doctors, nurses, and hospital staff are providing medical services to the patients leaving their families at home. They said that their greatest Eid joy comes from helping patients recover and send them to home. Hospitals' authorities have arranged special meals including vermicelli, fried rice, and other high-quality dishes on Eid day. Hospital staff hope that every patient will regain their health and return home to celebrate Eid with their dear ones, spreading happiness everywhere. City dwellers have the opportunity this year to celebrate Eid-ul-Fitr in a different way from previous years. From the night before Eid to the following days, there are various vibrant celebrations taking place across the capital. City dwellers attended various activities including Eid prayers, rallies, and fairs spontaneously from the night before Eid. There have been many events for children, cultural programs, and art exhibitions give additional recreation to the people. The National Zoo has seen a huge crowd setting a new record. On the third day of Eid today, people thronged the city's historic establishments to enjoy the festivities. Dhaka residents have expressed satisfaction with the discipline and management maintained in all these events. According to them, the biggest highlight of these celebrations is to create opportunities for friendship with people and make social bondings. Festival lovers said the unique additions to this year's celebrations will make this Eid-ul-Fitr memorable. Home Advisor, retired Lieutenant General Mohammad Jahangir Alam Chaudhuri said that there has been no rise in militancy incidents in the country since the interim government took office. He made the remarks today while speaking to journalists after visiting various police stations in the capital as part of Eid greetings and reunion programs. Jahangir Alam Chaudhuri assured no wrongdoers would be spared under any circumstances. The Home Advisor also spoke with the police officials and emphasized the importance of relocating police stations to their own designated buildings.
ক্ষুধা লাগছে খাইতে দাও টেবিলে খাবার রাখা আছে হ্যাঁ নে মা আমি এই খাবার খাবো না কেন তাইলে গন্ধ হইব কেন
কি হইছে লক্ষ্মী মায়ের ধমকাইতেছো কেন
লক্ষ্মী না চাই প্রত্যেক বেলা খাবার নিয়ে ঝামেলা করে কথাটা ঠিক না আমি কইছি পচাবাসি খাবার আমি খাবো না ভাইজান কি করমু কও প্রত্যেক বেলা নতুন নতুন রান্নার সময় কই তাই এক বেলা রাঁধি দুই বেলা খাই
একবার রান্না করে দুই বেলা খাইতেই পারো কিন্তু রান্না করা খাবার ভালোভাবে সংরক্ষণ করে খাইতে হইব
সেটা আবার কেমনে
রান্না করা খাবার স্বাভাবিক তাপমাত্রায় 2 ঘন্টার বেশি রাখা যাইব না 2 ঘন্টার বেশি রান্না করা খাবার খাওয়ার আগে আবার ভালো কইরা গরম করে নিতে হইব
মামা তুমি মাইরে কও তোমার পরামর্শ মাইনা চলতে ঠিক আছে রে মা আর কইতে হইব না
পচাবাসি খাবার খেলে অসুখ হবে সবাই বলে সুস্থ দেহ যদি চাই টাটকা খাবার সদাই খাই
And now moving on to international news. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz said the military is expanding its ground assault on Gaza and will capture extensive territory that will be added to the so-called buffer zones in the Strip. This comes as the death toll from Israel's relentless bombardment of Gaza rose to at least 57 since the early hours of the morning. Israeli forces have killed a 33-year-old Palestinian during a morning raid in the old city of Nablus. Meanwhile, the Hostages and Missing Families Forum has denounced Israel's expansion of the offensive in Gaza. All bakeries in Gaza, including 25 run by the World Food Programme WFP, have shut down as Israel's blockade on the Strip continues for a 31st day, marking the longest siege since the war began. A new report by UNICEF, Save the Children and other groups in Gaza says 96% of the territory's schools have been damaged since Israel's war began. The Houthi-affiliated Al Masirah TV is reporting that U.S. attacks on the province of Hudaydah have killed at least 4 people. Gaza's health ministry says at least 50,423 Palestinians are confirmed dead and 1,14,638 wounded in Israel's attack on Gaza. The government media office updated its death toll about 2 months ago to more than 61,700. A new paper published by the Cause of War Project has found that the number of journalists killed in Gaza since October 7, 2023 has surpassed the number of journalists killed in both world wars and other major wars combined. This includes the U.S. Civil War, World Wars I and II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, including the conflicts in Cambodia and Laos, the wars in Yugoslavia in the 1990s and 2000s, and the post-9/11 war in Afghanistan, the paper found. The Cause of War Project said it is quite simply the worst ever conflict for reporters. Gaza's government media office said on Tuesday that 209 journalists have now been killed in Israel's war on Gaza since October 2023. Buildings in Myanmar are continuing to collapse 5 days after a powerful earthquake struck the country, creating perilous conditions for rescuers as they attempt to extricate supervisors from the rubble. More than 2,700 people were killed in the 7.7 magnitude quake, with thousands more injured, according to Myanmar's military junta. Hundreds more remain missing, meaning the death toll is almost certain to rise. The Myanmar Fire Services Department on Wednesday shared a video of a heartwarming moment in the military capital, Naypyidaw, where workers pulled a man from the rubble more than 100 hours after the quake, a miraculous rescue that offered a rare moment of hope. The man appeared tired and distraught as he was pulled out of an air pocket between broken slabs of concrete to a round of applause. A day earlier, a 62-year-old woman was similarly pulled from broken slabs of concrete in Naypyidaw. U.S. President Donald Trump is expected to apply sweeping tariffs on U.S. imports on April 2, which he has called Liberation Day. But if U.S. trade partners decide to hit back with tit-for-tat contempt measures, a global trade war will lift inflation and slow growth, warn experts. No one is quite sure what will happen next. What number will Trump choose for his new round of tariffs? 10%, 20%, or the 25% rate he has levied on steel, aluminium, and car imports? Question marks also remain over whether Trump will apply a universal tariff or if he will levy individual hikes for countries that could be subject to negotiation, the so-called reciprocal tariff approach. Trump's back-and-forth trade announcements since February have unraved markets, with investors struggling to gauge if his tariffs are here to stay or are a bargaining tactic to extract revenue and concessions from economic partners. Now, news on weather. Met Office in its weather forecast till 6 p.m. tomorrow said weather may remain dry with temporary partly cloudy sky over the country. Mild heat wave is sweeping over the districts of Rajshahi, Pabna, Sirajganj, Nauga, Dinajpur, Nilphamari, Joshore, Chuadanga, Moulabibazar and Rangamati, and it may continue. Night-day temperature may remain nearly unchanged over the country. Country's highest temperature was recorded today in Rajshahi 38 degrees Celsius and capital Dhaka's highest temperature was 34.5 degrees Celsius. And now news on sports. Hosts New Zealand secured their 3-match one-day series with one match to spare, beating Pakistan by 84 runs at Hamilton today. Batting first, New Zealand made 292 for 8 wickets in the stipulated 50 overs and later bowled Pakistan out for 208 in 42nd over in the second of 3 ODIs. Riding on Michelle Hayes' cracking 99 not out, New Zealand batters ruled the Pakistan bowlers at their will. Later on, Ben Sears led the Festive bowling attack, taking 5 wickets for 59 runs, scripting New Zealand's victory. Reece Mariu made 18 in his first ODI. Nick Kelly added 31. Pakistan-born newcomer Mohammad Abbas made 41 from 66 balls. Poor shot selection and failure to deal with the swing saw Pakistan reduced to 32 for 5 in the 12th over. Fahim Ashraf top scored for Pakistan with 73 and put on 60 for the 9th wicket with Nazim Shah, who made 51. The third and final match will be held at Mount Maunganui on Friday. New Zealand won the opening ODI in Napier by 73 runs on Saturday last. Real Madrid scripted a remarkable comeback story to reach the Copa del Rey final with a 5-4 aggregate win over Real Sociedad in the first semi-final. Real Madrid came from behind twice to force a 4-4 draw, with defender Antonio Rudiger scoring in the 115th minute, sending his team to the final. In an incredible second half of football, both teams had put one foot in the final, but it was Real Madrid's champions' attitude that made the difference. They scored 3 goals in last 25 minutes, breaking the heart of their opponent. Sociedad struck in the 16th minute through Ander Barentexia, but teenage Brazilian striker Endrick scored leveler in the 30th minute. A David Alaba won goal in the 72nd minute and Michael Oyarzabal strike made it 3-1 for Sociedad in the 80th minute. Midfielder Jude Bellingham and Walia Chouamini scored 2 goals in the 82 and 86th minutes. The drama was not finished as Sociedad captain Oyarzabal scored his second in the extra time, but Rudiger broke their hearts in the extra period to make it 5-4 on aggregate. Barcelona plays Atletico Madrid to determine who will play Real Madrid in the final. To end the bulletin, headlines once again. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus leaves for a 2-day visit to Thailand tomorrow to attend 6th BIMSTEC Summit. Talks between Chief Advisor and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and bilateral meetings with different heads of state to be held during summit. At least 10, including women and children, killed in an accident between bus and microbus in Lohagara on Chattogram-Cox's Bazar Highway. festive vibes of Eid persist on the third day of Eid-ul-Fitr, people passing time exploring different forms of entertainment. No traffic jam and whistle in the capital, citizens roaming around with ease and comfort. Law enforcers are vigilant. No room for rise of extremism after interim government took over power, says Home Advisor. Israel expands ground assault on Gaza, more 57 Palestinians killed today. Number of journalists killed in Gaza war higher than the First and Second World War. And in Hamilton, New Zealand beat Pakistan by 84 runs in second ODI. And that was all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us. We invite you to watch our next bulletin. Till then, Khuda Hafiz.